Hi, all. Welcome back to the Saxophone Factory. Listen, yes, a little behind the scenes stuff. Yesterday, I had a brand new student, brand new 8-year-old, and I don't normally take 8-year-olds. I don't, because you have to break things down in a way that after a while you don't become so good at. So when I have the occasional 8-year-old, I get to practice. And one of the things that we practiced yesterday that we learned how to do was to put a reed on a mouthpiece. A lot of times, a lot of us who've been playing for a while. I have been playing saxophone since 1972, and 52 years. Anyway, and we don't even think about it anymore. And a lot of times, you don't think about it until you have to explain it to somebody else. So I thought yesterday while I'm doing it, I was like, I have not put up a video on how to put the reed and the ligature on the mouthpiece. And a lot of times I see that students will have problems with getting a nose to respond and all that stuff when the reed is just on the mouthpiece wrong or weird. So let's break it down. We have a mouthpiece. Now, my mouthpiece is a Sigurd Rascher, just a mouthpiece. So what I told him is that there are two sides of a mouthpiece. Very simple stuff. Here, there's a rounded side, and there's a flat side. Here's a reed. This is just a regular old Hemke reed, 3.5. Nothing that special about it. But note, there is a round side and a flat side. So without getting real complicated, I just basically said, listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the flat side of the mouthpiece, and we're going to put it on the flat side of the reed. Just like that. Now, what I do know is that there's a lot of controversy about where the reed is supposed to line up. I have always been of the mind, because of the tip rail, that the reed should line up even with the top of the mouthpiece. So they're flush across the top. Because then the tip of the reed can slam against the tip rail, because the tip rail is expecting it. Most ligatures, especially ligatures, that are the ones that come with the instrument, ones that come with the mouthpiece, the metal ones. And strangely enough, I don't have one. I don't have one of those right now to show you. Crazy. I'm such a bad teacher. What I have is my Rovner, and it's harder to see on this one, but on most ligatures there's a big side and a small side. On this one, I think the big side is, let's see, here. Do I have this upside down? I do. There's a big side on the bottom and the small side on the top. Kind of hard to see here in the camera, but trust me. So the big side is going to go over the mouthpiece first. And the screw is going to be on most mouthpieces, or most ligatures, is going to settle on the right side as the mouthpiece is facing you. So as the mouthpiece is facing me, the reed is facing me, I should say, the screw is going to be on the right. On this particular ligature, the screw is on the top. On a lot of ligatures, the screws are on the bottom. What I mean by top, I mean top of the mouthpiece. If I'm holding the mouthpiece like this, this is the top on the rounded side. The flat side of the mouthpiece, we're going to call the bottom. Make sense? All right. So as the reed is facing me, if I can turn around. As the reed is facing me, the screw is going to be on the right side. You got it? Okay. making sure that we line up the tip of the reed to the tip of the mouthpiece, and we'll make sure that it's not off to one side or the other. Now the reed hopefully is on the mouthpiece correctly. And once the reed is on the mouthpiece correctly and it's wet, and the best way, and I'm sorry, I think the best way to wet a reed, we come with standard equipment. What? Let me show you. I'll take my reed out of the case and I'll look at it to make sure that it's as clean as it's going to be. And then I open my face there we are. And for the most part, my reed is wet enough. Now, let me put it back on here real quick. Flat side against flat side. Making sure the, oops, struggling here. Making sure that the ligature is on correctly. The reed is lined up correctly. And then we're good to go. And there we are. Now, here's the other part that's fun, that I think you're going to enjoy. When we are learning a wind instrument, we have two things to consider right away. I call it face and fingers. Let's do the face part first. Now, face includes embouchure. For me, it includes breath support, that kind of thing. But it's just simple to go, we're going to do the face part and the finger part. But right now, we're just going to do the face part. Once again, the reed is nice and even everywhere, even across the top. Here's what I tell them to do. Take your bottom lip and start to put it over your bottom teeth. Now, here's what a lot of the students will do. Are you that? No. Just gently tuck your bottom lip in. About there. There. Just gently. Then take the mouthpiece and fold it. If I can do this. Here and up. About half. Start about half, with your lip being about halfway on your bottom lip, and fold it in on top of your lip. If you pull it too far in and it's on here, it's going to hurt really bad. It's going to sound bad. It's going to hurt bad. So don't do it. Fold it up, and your top teeth are going to connect with the top part of the mouthpiece. And then bring the corners of your mouth in as if you're making the sound for ooh. Ooh. And then below. Now, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get a consistent noise. You're trying to get something over there. You don't want that. You want that consistent. Got it? And then, you know what's fun? We're going to add the neck. When you are handling your mouthpiece, you want to make sure that you're not touching the tip, because the tip of the reed is very, very delicate and it'll break. And you'll go through a bunch of reeds that way. And you'll put your dirty, filthy hand on the reed and then put it in your mouth. So don't do that. Try to hold the mouthpiece down around this portion here. Holding your neck, making sure that you're not holding it like this, because if you hold it like this gets bent. So you can hold it kind of like you hold a gun, like you hold a pew-pew. So I'm holding it here to make sure that I'm not bearing down on any of it. So I'm holding it here. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to very gently push the mouthpiece onto the neck. Not very hard, but it'll scooch down there. Roll it up. And work until I get a very consistent noise. I think that's supposed to be like a concert A. So if you want to, get your tuner out and try to figure out what that note's supposed to be. But right now, our goal is to get us consistent noise. Making sure that it's in the right place. And roll it up. Make sure our teeth are about midway. And you'll see that we're only going to take about half the mouthpiece in. Now, if you feel on your top lip, this part on your top lip, you've got too much mouthpiece in your mouth. Okay, so you want to be about halfway, about there to start with. Now you can adjust it up and back as time goes on, but that's what you want to do. And once you get to there, once you can play your mouthpiece and your neck and get a consistent noise, then you can attach your neck to your instrument and you're off and running. Again, thanks for dropping by the Saxophone Factory. I'm sorry it took a while to get back to this really basic thing, but it was sparked, like a lot of my teaching is, by the students that come and sit in this chair that you can't see right here. Okay, we got to get out of here and make room for somebody else. So until we see you again, keep practicing.